What's going on, people? What's going on? Putting things together real quick. All right. Yes. We're listening to a little bit Redman this afternoon. Yes. You about to get it in today. You know, about to get it in. Hope you guys can hear me clear. Yes. It was a crazy morning. Not crazy until I was doing a couple things, but just crazy like into like how fast the money came and gone. You know, but yeah. Anyway, welcome to Dream Big Podcast. You know, I hope you guys liking and sharing this my video and all my videos and also my what you call my this channel of mine is what I'm gonna say. Hope you guys doing that. Also, it's almost a weekend. It's what is it? What they call Thursdays, Friday Eves. Off the hood. I like that. I like that terminology. Friday Eves and stuff. But you see what's going on. You see the title. Should it be a mandatory DNA test? It's a lot to talk about with that. But this video is going to be another quick video and stuff like that. Well, again, like and subscribe to my channel on YouTube, on Spotify, Dream Big Podcast. Please support. I want to talk about the support that I'm getting and not getting from certain people because I don't talk about, that I'm getting from people, the support, those people that just they want a breath of fresh air of hearing different things instead of the same thing that they hear time and time again and stuff like that. Being open to discussion, a person such as myself, that's open to discuss anything. And this is just from my perspective, from my 40 years on earth of seeing different things in 30 different states, 6-7 different countries, stuff like that. And I'm still learning. I'm still in the process of learning what the world is today. But I will always be 100% honest. If I see stuff that makes sense, and when I research the situation, and it's still making sense, I'm going to speak about it. It's not going to be no bull. You feel me? Definitely. Okay. Should it be a mandatory DNA test? That's a really open-ended question, to be honest with you. There's so many different situations that, how things are not, for man and woman, we don't live in the mindset of like literally having a successful relationship, being as though, we live the opposite of what we think a successful relationship is, because a lot of our society, and I'm not just talking about black people, and so I'm a black American man. I'm talking about this in a westernized society. It could be anybody that's very Americanized. We don't live in a pathway for the most part of we come from broken homes. And broken homes don't mean that you was brought up in a single parent household. It could be a situation where you was brought up in a household with both parents, but it was broken because both of the parents did not even know how to raise their own children because they was trying to raise themselves. They was bickering, fighting. I know many relationships that I seen in my 40 years on earth that was like that. Many. So it could be any type of dysfunction in the household or broken homes or what have you, in my opinion. We teach today's westernized society with no morals, no standards, or what have you. It's one of the things. It's something that we live of what a person can do for me, or in general. I'm generalizing. Instead of living in a society of what can I do for myself first and what can I bring into a relationship. But coming from broken homes is that you're not seeing all that. What you're seeing is, even I've been very guilty of this. Coming from broken homes, I've seen situations where I'm looking for my water. I've seen situations that I rushed into a relationship just because I wanted a child. With my first kids, I wanted a family. I was going through crazy stuff, playing, college ball, what have you. And I didn't know what the woman I was meeting. It was situations in my development of being, trying to know what a man is supposed to do. There was many situations where I rushed into a relationship, sexual relationships with certain females that really didn't, that had the mindset as I had. And that was, I'm attractive, you're attractive, let's get in bed, let's get in the bed. Instead of getting to know each other, let's get right to the bed or whatever it may be, the ground, whatever you're doing. And then not knowing these people. And there's been many situations where that occurred and babies came out of it. Being as though you will probably not see the woman or what have you, weeks, because it was one of a one night stand. You probably now created, a sexual partner, or what I could say a fuck buddy, without even getting to know that person. But now that you're having unprotected sex, but everything's going quick, and you feel as though you haven't really did nothing to get in between that woman's legs, and you feel as though that woman, you're not feeling it now, but you feel as though that woman or man, they doing their thing, we doing our thing. A lot of dysfunction, a lot of chaos, a lot of what other word is, a lot of confusion of not knowing that person, not know who they are, who they hang out with, and stuff like that, man or woman. And you get to a point that now the woman is pregnant and stuff like that. I'm gonna get into even being married and why, should it be a DNA test in general? Should it be mandatory? From even if you're married, even if you're single, uh, you know what I'm saying? Even if you on and off again in a relationship with the person. Either of those categories. Either of those categories, no matter. In this society, it shouldn't matter. And okay, now we back to being just fuck buddies. You don't know the woman, she don't know you. It's one of them things. But all you know is she's very attractive. She's good in bed, or she's the one that's feeling you, so you feeling her. This is from a man perspective. And you don't even probably even feeling her. You're not even feeling her as you should when you have an unprotected sex with somebody. Let alone don't even know the person or who she be with, because everything is random. You don't know what type of woman you're dealing with. You don't know what type of man you're dealing with. And also not to mention STDs as well. Okay, that's the fuck buddy department. You know what I'm saying? Should you get a mandatory DNA test? Because now she wants to have a baby. More than likely, these type of relationships, it's a lot of abortions. Nobody don't like to speak about it, but it is. Many, from my perspective, what I've seen from homeboys I talk to, homegirls I talk to, a lot more than likely, a good more than 5 out of 10 chance that it's going to be an abortion, especially if you feel like your partner. This is from a woman perspective, especially if you one of those women that feel like the man is not going to be there, feel like the man don't have the finances to help you out because he was just, something. In the meantime, or from a man perspective, actually, because no matter what we say, it's up to the woman if she want to have an abortion or not. I'm not judging, just making a point. You know what I'm saying? So those those questions that woman will have is she going to have an abortion or not? And a lot of these women have, especially these women that have good jobs, that's making probably 40K and up, got their own little place, got their own car, good benefits, educated, or what have you. Just have a good work desire to work and everything and get her own money. They looking at what type of father the person that is going to be, even if they just having sex with him. Don't really know him. Probably never even went to a movie theater with him. Probably didn't even ever even go out in public with him. It was always to your house, to his house, or what have you. And you became lustful over him, or she became lustful over you. Or you became lustful over her as a man. So that situation there tells you, that's a cause of if a woman that has those material things and she's not having sex with a man she's not, having, she's having unprotected sex with a man that can actually, that can make things harder for her and not help her out. Or he have his own situation where he got about 4 or 5 baby mothers on the other side and stuff, and she got pregnant, so now she probably going to have an abortion. It's a lot of times these women will have abortions as well, other than having a baby, you know. So okay, let's go to a situation where you are in a relationship with the woman. Just a relationship, not married or not fuck buddies. You are in a relationship, a productive one at that. It's a situation where it might be productive, but a lot of things being misled, uh, a lot of dysfunction in a relationship, a lot of different situations where it shouldn't be relationships with them two, because they cheated. The woman cheated on her man, and the man cheated on her. But let's say they get a good 5 or 6 months hiatus or something like that, because there's plenty of relationships out here when they would take off, they would break up for a while, and they'll do their thing, because again, we're in a society where it's no morals, where it's no type of standard, unless the person is sexually acceptable, or unless the person is making, can help them out or whatever, financially or what have you. That's only the standard. There's no standard into, is this man good enough of being a good father? Is this man good enough to being a good person to me? Is he a good provider and protector? And vice versa. Is this woman good enough for me to be the mother of my children? Is she a type of woman that's going to respect me as a man? Do she respect men in general? Those type of standards, those type of morals. You don't see a lot of that. Only you will see it with these high value people that actually grew up with a functional family, a functional upbringing. You will see it from them. And I dated women that had functional upbringing, and I seen that they wanted more out of me that I can give them. We're gonna be real honest. You know what I'm saying? So okay, I said okay. Now we talking about that. You're in a relationship with it. Now you're pregnant. Should it be a mandatory DNA test with that situation? See, I want you guys to answer those questions for me. When you have a relationship with them and stuff like that, but it's no standards, it's no morals, it's no trust in that relationship. Should that be a mandatory DNA test? Or even with the fuck buddy situation? Should that be a mandatory DNA test? Now let's bring it to being married with the person. Being married with, being sorry about that, I got a text. Being married to the person. Let's start with that part. A mandatory DNA test. Excuse me. Is it, you being married to the person, you're supposed to have, it's supposed to be a great standard when you're married. You're supposed to be trusting in a marriage. You're supposed to be, this is my wife, she shouldn't be cheating on me in the marriage. And stuff like that. This is my husband, he shouldn't be cheating on me in the marriage. Just like that. But in all reality, when things get hasty, even as being in a relationship where you're not married, or as just having a situation where you're fuck buddies. That can be those problems in those type of relationships, whether it's just a sexual relationship, whatever, or it's just a actual relationship down to marriage. Married people have those same problems. Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I can tell you many of stories where married women always wanted to get at me. They're married. You look on their Facebook or their Instagram, look like they hella happy. And several of my homeboys, same thing. The married women coming after them. They got a whole husband, 2, 3 kids, a nice job, and everything, and they still going after single men, and vice versa with the one. But I'm talking from a man perspective for the most part, because I really can't tell you about the woman, only about the women that I grew up around, that I saw, that I've been in relationships or been involved with. So it's been all that situation with that. Is that judgeful when it's time, when you're having a child and stuff, when they're pregnant now? Is that time for, should that be a mandatory DNA test? Being as though, even though you're married and stuff like that, you get easily in this society, because everybody got, a whole bunch of people on social media that want to be with them. A whole bunch of people when they walk out, in this society, when they walk out the house, when they walk to their jobs, a bunch of different entities coming into your relationship trying to separate it. Like, shouldn't it be a mandatory DNA test? In my opinion, hell yes. And if you have a child, if you have a son, and if you don't, and as I say, you one of my subscribers, or you're just watching this video, and you're a woman, and you have a son, if you're not teaching your son the basic skills that he needs to understand about a woman, when you're a woman, and let's be honest, you know how you were in your day, and how most of your girlfriends were in their day. Do you not teach your son to get a DNA test? Being as though in this society, the woman is held unaccountable for the most part when it comes to stuff like that. I'm about to show you a video that's going all over the social media that most of you already saw, more than likely. When there's this woman, point blank, she thought she was getting a present. It was actually the daughter's birthday. I don't know how old the daughter was. And the father just, make a long story short, he just put it into a situation where he told them he wanted both of them out, because he found out, 2 to 3 years later, or whatever it was, that that wasn't his daughter. But I'm gonna show you the video. Let you listen to the video, what have you. We'll go from there. Hold on just 1 second. Again, guys, like and subscribe to my channel. Please support me. Again, I'm still looking for a teacher to interview. about what we're going through now in this corona, in this pandemic that we're having, and how do our children, stay on the grind of education. All right. So if anybody knows someone that would love to get interviewed on my podcast, that would be great. Please inbox me and let me know and stuff like that. Hold on one second. I'm looking for it now. Probably ain't gonna be, I don't want to see the whole thing.
You did good. She had such a great birthday. Such a great dad.
About 2 or 3 minutes long. I'm actually, hold on a second. I'm going to go to the point where I'm trying to fast forward a little bit. You're giving her the gift now.
Alright. One silly man, I'll tell you. Oh my god, what is this? Oh man. Duct tape, really?
They ran out.
Such an amazing rapper. Look at this. What is this? It's not shaking. It's not my necklace, I don't think. It's kind of thick, okay? Hold on, maybe. This better be a ticket to Dubai for 2 weeks straight, round trip. It's not the last for Dubai.
She want to go to Dubai.
What is this?
You know what it is?
You have to hear it.
I just want you to know that I know. It's not mine. It's not my daughter.
Why did you do this tonight out of all this? Why?
I want you to know that I know. The is not mine. I had doubts. So
What
I went and had a
doubts?
DNA test. The is not mine. She's not my daughter.
Why did you do this? She loves you though. Why would you do this?
She's not my daughter. Why would you do this? Why would you cheat?
I didn't cheat.
Why would you cheat on me?
I didn't.
That's proof right there. DNA test. The is not my daughter.
But babe, really? Out of all days, you had 3 years to give this to me. Now you want to give this to me?
I guess she was 3 years old.
You and the vid, that's
The
the
baby.
end of the month to get out my house.
End of the month.
You're kidding, right?
I'm not kidding.
But that's your
Your
daughter.
daughter has to the end of the month to get out my house.
But that's your daughter.
It's not my daughter, Kelly.
Yes, it is.
Paperwork says it's not my daughter.
Why would you do
I
this?
am not the father.
No. Stop it. Can you just talk? Get the camera on my face. Can we just talk? Get it off.
So you heard it. As he said, from my perspective of the whole video, a lot of people, for what I've been hearing a lot of people say, some people think it's fake. Of course, it's mostly women that probably been in this situation before. And some people, and it might be fake. It might be. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't like nothing like that don't happen. Because it definitely does. So, from my perspective of the whole situation, right? I feel like the baby's 3 years old. What made you, because I'm gonna be, I'm gonna go on this side. I'm gonna go on the man's side, and I'm gonna try to go on the woman's side, but I'm just mainly on the child side. As a man, we believe that we supposed to not ask questions about our, our seeds, whatever. This is why I tell young men, you definitely need to know who you are with, and women as well. Mentally, everything, emotionally, this, if she's a stable woman, if she's unstable, you really, really have to know these things. So I feel as though the way he sounds, he gives a lot of gifts. She trying to go to Dubai. So I guess the guy is a high value man when it comes to finance. But in mentally, waiting 3 years, that's simpleton beta male stuff. If you ask me, uh, it's like from the jump. If you know, and I promise you, ladies, men think this shit all the time. Is this baby really mine? If you have any type of doubts, and he was probably thinking it all the time. He probably has so many different doubts of it. If you have any type of doubts on the woman that you're with, on the baby looks, whatever, get the DNA test. If you that much of a man, if she have a problem with it, that's her problem. Hey, you gotta go with the consequences or what have you. See, I feel as though that's another thing. He probably think for the last 2 or 3 years, I got this money, I can still support them, whatever. Being as though the whole time he might have been saying to himself, "Oh, I don't think this mine," telling his peoples or whatever, "I don't think this mine," or what have you. But doing what he did, like to the girl, this is why, so you won't hurt the child. So you won't hurt the child. This is why you should stop everything that's going on with your life, and stop everything before anything get even worse. And that's be honest at the jump, baby. We have to get a DNA test while she's pregnant, so it won't hurt the child. So let's say that it is a real situation. Being so, I think it is. Certain people that don't. A lot of people's blaming the man too. That's why I tell men, bump the bullshit. They don't think you're a victim no matter how it's going to be, especially when you're a black man. Get your shit done. You have to be an asshole sometimes in this society. There's a lot of beta males that was literally like blaming him, and it had nothing to do with the child. They was blaming him because they was, certain people, men was like, um, it's been 3 years, so you might as well raise her. You might as well, let them stay. We have a lot of beta males in this society, and a lot of bitter women in this society as well. A lot. But even that guy was a beta male. Maybe he finally stopped taking that blue pill and said, "I'm gonna start taking the red pill." And he said he finally got it done. But I also feel for the child, but I'm pretty sure, I don't want to sound harsh, the mother was really attractive. I'm pretty sure she could find somebody. There's so many different simps out there. She could find a simp immediately, and they would take care of her whole situation. She type of woman that like to work out. She like nothing but high value men that can take care of her. So I'm pretty sure she can find another one, even though this is gonna go. There already been 119 K views. I'm pretty sure there's many simps out there that's commenting that's saying, "I'll take you in." So she is gonna be good, and the mother and the daughter's gonna be good in that standpoint. But I really think this guy's a beta male because now, and he's a fuckboy because of this situation. Waited too long, and now that little girl is going to take her some time. But the woman, she was effed up about her situation, being as though she probably picked him because he had the finances. He can help. He did things. He probably loved her more than she loved him. That's how it works in this society with a lot of these liberal women. That's how it works. I'm gonna be with the man that's making this amount of money, and I'm gonna tell him that he's the baby father, being as though I'm probably fucking a Pookie and Ray Ray, or what have you, or some dude that don't deserve me, like outside of this apartment we're in or whatever. So this is why I asked the question: should it be a mandatory DNA test? That a lot of these simps don't have to just go through it. They just could go. It got to be a DNA test right then and there. Swab here, as soon as the baby born, swab there. You get it done quickly. without no problems. And then you go have people make their decisions. Okay, it's not my baby, so I stay. Or I sign. Like, beta male shit. From my perspective. So anyway, if you have any questions on this, let me know. This is longer than I thought it was going to be, that I expected this video. But it's very interesting because we all got sons. We all got daughters. We need to start teaching them logic, real standards, and order. Well, this is going to keep stuff like this is going to keep on happening, and stuff worse stuff than this is going to keep happening. All right. If you have any questions on this video, and just give me a holler. I answer any question that you want me to answer, and also like and subscribe. And another thing before I get off of here, if you want to donate to this channel, my Cash App is $ KYSIM as in Mike 39. I will put it in the description under, and also I will put a link to the video that was on YouTube about the young lady and the young man, what have you, and the daughter. Again, from my perspective, I think it should be a mandatory DNA test, so feelings won't get hurt, especially the child's feelings. Especially the child. All right, like and subscribe to my channel, and please share this video. Peace.